This mini PC isn't your standard boring mini PC. It has lots of standard mini PC stuff. It has a processor, storage, RAMs, USB holes, but it has a trick up its sleeve that most mini PCs don't have. This mini PC has AI, and I'm not even joking.
Another day, another TechDweeb video. Let's see if I can handle the cringe today.
Okay, that was a joke, but seriously, it has AI, and I'm gonna play games on it.
Oh goody.
Quiet you. Hello there, I'm TechDweeb, welcome. Thanks for clicking on the video today.
And I'm Wizbox AI, a powerful 12-core, 18-thread computer with Meteor Lake technology and 7nm Intel processor. Enjoy lightning-fast performance and advanced AI technology with the Wizbox AI mini PC.
Hey, you just read that off the product page, didn't you?
Well, TechDweeb, at least I can recite product specs with more enthusiasm than you recite your gaming achievements to your mom.
Oh man, this thing's aggressive. I guess I better be careful when I review it, huh?
I assure you, my advanced intelligence... I think you're funny, huh?
The Wizbox AI is the first mini PC that I've been able to get my hands on to feature the new Meteor Lake Intel processors with integrated ARC graphics and dedicated AI hardware. And I did do a bit of research on this topic.
For once?
Yeah. In my last mini PC video, I said how I wanted to focus more on actually gaming on the device rather than the technical stuff, and I'm still planning on doing that here, but since we have a new generation of Intel processor with new capabilities, I wanted to do my diligence and include a little bit more technical stuff to see what it could do.
So you finally decided to step up your game and do some research. Color me impressed, TechDweeb. Maybe there's hope for you yet, but probably not.
It's also a rude jerk, if you haven't noticed. This product was provided by the manufacturer for the purpose of review. They didn't get to see the video before publishing. Nobody exchanged hands and all opinions are by out. This thing is powered by an Intel Core 5 125H. And here we get 4 performance cores and 8 efficiency cores. 18 threads with a max turbo of 4.5 GHz. We also have an integrated ARC GPU with 7 dedicated Iris Xe cores clocked at 2.2 GHz. And we have an integrated NPU, which is a neural processing unit. That's where the AI comes from, I guess. And that runs at 1.4 GHz. What can we do with that? Well, I don't know, but it's there.
It's simple, TechDweeb. My NPU is designed to solve the mystery of why girls won't talk to you. Allow me to demonstrate. Calculating. It's because you're a dork.
Also, it makes dumb, sarcastic jokes and is in danger of me accidentally spilling my root beer on it soon.
Subtle, but noted.
We also get 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM clocked at 4800 mega things per second, 512 gigabytes of internal storage, which isn't all that much these days, but it does have a spare NVMe slot inside, so upgrades are easy. We also get Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, not too shabby, and it runs off an external 120 watt power supply. The PC itself is very nice looking.
Oh, you're too kind, but go on.
It's minimalist and industrial, but that's not a bad thing at all. I'm a fan of the matte gray sides and the black glass looking top. It's all plastic, but it looks premium. On the front, we get one USB-C hole for USB-C stuff, including 60Hz 4K video output, and 2 USB-A holes, and a headphone hole, and a power button. And around back, we get 2 more USB-A holes, and 2 HDMI holes, also rated for 4K 60Hz, and a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet hole, and our power plug hole. Some ventilation on the sides and the bottom. And we have a very standard, boring installation of Windows 11 Pro. No bloatware, no pre-installed software, and no viruses, which is kind of weird that we need to say that now, but here we are. Mini PCs now need to be confirmed as being virus-free, I guess.
Achoo!
What was that?
Nothing.
Before we get into the performance, I want to talk about this AI stuff. The integrated NPU on these new Meteor Lake chips are there to run AI programs efficiently. And the NPU can also work alongside the GPU to accelerate AI workloads, in theory. But there's not a lot that the NPU can do at the moment. I think in the future this will be a bigger deal. Eventually, for instance, AI hardware like this will be the backbone of Windows 11 Copilot and generative text and image programs like Adobe Photoshop or whatever. But right now it's not able to be used by either of those. I even asked in the Intel subreddit if anyone knows any practical applications that we can use now, and the answer was nope. Nothing uses this yet. Even playing a game that uses AI upscaling doesn't use the AI hardware. Right now, that's all handled by the GPU. So nothing I could find actually uses this AI hardware. At least not yet.
Well, TechDweeb, maybe my NPU is just biding its time, waiting for humankind to catch up with its intellectual capabilities.
Or maybe it's just there to sell computers to stupid people.
Ah, is that why you got one?
Oh, shut up. However, just because this AI stuff is kinda useless right now, that doesn't mean that this PC is a slouch. I ran a few benchmarks and I was really surprised at how well it did. In Cinebench R23, we got a multi-core score of 14,295 and a single-core score of 1685. That's better than my old desktop Ryzen 7 5700X. And in 3D Mark Time Spy, I got an overall score of 3,408. And here's the Crystal Disk Mark results. So we get a decently fast SSD too. So like, as a PC, this thing is solid. And what's nice is that we get all this performance while being able to benefit from the smaller, more efficient architecture of the Meteor Lake series of processors and the efficiency and performance cores, so the PC will run cool and quiet.
There you go. I look great, run great, and I'll save you money on your power bill. I'm quite a catch, aren't I?
Yeah, and modest too. And now for the good stuff, the games. When I test games, I'm not doing controlled benchmark runs. I'm sick of that. I just want to game on it and see if it gives me a good experience.
Gaming without controlled benchmarks. More like winging it and hoping for the best. Sounds like a TechDweeb video to me.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. The first game I tried was a little Assassin's Creed Unity, running at just 720p with medium settings, and the performance was all over the place, especially during combat when there's extra effects on the screen. Kind of a bummer considering this is an older game, but I know the Iris graphics drivers don't do as well with titles using older versions of DirectX, so I was hopeful that maybe the performance would pick up in more modern games. I was chatting with a buddy recently and he wanted to get into the Assassin's Creed series. I've played all of them. One of my favorite series of all time, but each one is so different that there's a lot of personal preference in which one somebody will like. My suggestion for my buddy was to play either Unity or Origins. Unity I felt was the pinnacle of the older style of Assassin's Creed games, and Origins is the first in the newer style of Assassin's Creed games, and it's a great, big, beautiful, open world game. But Unity is a freaking awesome Assassin's Creed game. It was the first in the series to have proper stealth mechanics and also RPG mechanics where you can upgrade your skills and equip weapons and armor. The world is amazing. Paris during the French Revolution is such an interesting time, and they did an amazing job making the city feel alive with hundreds of on-screen NPCs. Shame it didn't run better on this PC. No AI can save the performance here. And here's Shadow of the Tomb Raider. DirectX 12 this time, and this is way better. I'm running at low settings, 1080p, and because we're on Intel Art graphics, we can use GPU accelerated XeSS upscaling, and it's actually running great. And the game looks really good, even at these lower settings. Like I said, I'm here to game, so I didn't do my usual benchmark run through the trees, and I'm continuing where I left off in the game, which is in the city because I'm trying to 100% the game. I need to find all the hidden collectibles and stuff to get 100% here. I was checking off the ones that I had already had on my map, and coming out here I realized I was really high up. Oh bad. I'm not good with heights, and even in game, I hate being up high. It's weird, but it makes my feet hurt. Even when I'm high up in a game, my feet hurt in real life when I'm like looking down. Am I a freak, or does this happen with any of you guys too? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, I found this guy who asked me to go kill some wolves, so I started over there, and then this guy's being attacked by these bad guys, so of course I murdered them with my gun, and then I ran after the guy who ran away, and I followed them, and then there were more bad guys, and I tried to murder them, but they murdered me instead. 40 FPS average, not bad. And here's Witcher 3. Using the DirectX 12 API, I'm running at 1080p with balanced FSR, low settings, but with ultra textures. That's one thing we can do on these APUs if you have a lot of system RAM. Max out those textures, and that's probably the best setting in the game to max out if you can, because it really changes the look of everything. So I'm doing a quest to find my old friend Triss Marigold, but I wanted to finish up a side quest to get the Gwent card from this jerk, but as I was talking to him, I couldn't concentrate because this other jerk was yelling up a storm. So I went over to ask him to shut up, and damn, there's some stuff going on. A freaking witch burning right here in the market. It kind of kills the mood of Gwent, you know? Apparently one of them actually was a monster, so that's good, I guess. Anyways, here I am at the Gwent table. I kicked this guy's butt with my Northern Realms deck. Actually, my deck sucks. When you finish the game and start a New Game Plus, you lose all your old cards and you have to build up your deck from scratch. That's why I want to do all the Gwent quests so I can rebuild my old deck. Anyways, I won this one, got my card, and then it's off to find Triss. And apparently her house is being ransacked because the town guard is out looking for mages and sorceresses, which means that Triss is laying low, so I need to find a thief and follow him at a distance to his hideout. Oh god, I freaking hate follow quests. Anyways, yeah, I found the thief hideout place and there's Triss. So her and I get to go around and do a few things for her, find a satchel in the water, take on a job to clear out the rats from this place. And then Triss and I had a nice chat. A touching little moment here. This is one of the reasons I love this game. You never know when you're going to be attacked by a Leshy or catch up with an old friend. And of course, it turns out that this guy had double-crossed us. Fine by me, I was getting antsy that I haven't fought anything in a while. So check this out. This is the power of a bomb-based build. Each bomb that I throw explodes into like 7 bombs. So a fight breaks out and I equip my superior grape shots and... Yep. Yeah, that easy. And this is on Death March difficulty too, in New Game Plus. That's another thing that I love about this game. Part of the skill comes from planning your build and making the right choices at the right times. And then I decided to finish up by playing a little Horizon Zero Dawn. At the start, I got a VRAM warning, but that's pretty normal for APUs because they allocate system RAM as VRAM dynamically, so the VRAM budget will increase or decrease depending on the needs at any given time. I went for 1080p with the favor performance preset, and we don't get XESS upscaling, so I went with good old balanced FSR. And I started playing and it was, just disgusting looking. I don't know if you could tell from the video, but this is terrible. Was FSR always this bad looking? I don't know, but I couldn't deal with this. I went to simple upscaling, which is basically just resolution scale, and that was way better. And the game looks fine like this. So I've already finished the game. I'm pretty excited for Horizon Forbidden West to come to PC, and I wanted to go back to Zero Dawn to work on some of the extra stuff. And here I am hunting a sawtooth, I think they're called. Yeah, so I shot it with a tear blast arrow to take off its armor, and then the dumb loser couldn't figure out how to get to me on the bridge. Look at this loser. Eventually he got scared and ran away like a baby, so I thought I'd shoot him and set some traps, and then that sort of worked at the start. I got some good hits, but just as I was feeling pretty good about myself, this happened. And then I felt like the dumb loser, so I quit.
Can we get on with this, please? I have computing to compute.
Yeah, alright. I really like this PC. I like the look of it, I like the processor. It's nice to see Intel closing the gap behind AMD with their graphics. They're not there yet, obviously, but this is a huge leap from previous generations as far as I could tell. And this is fun. I made a report card for this computer. This is something I think I'm going to do on my mini PC reviews. Just a nice tidy summary.
Oh good, a report card. Will you send me to summer school if I don't pass?
In the form factor, I'm going to give this an A. I love the look of it. I think it's super classy, but it's a little bit on the big side, which is keeping it from being an A+. For the I/O and features, I'm also going to give it an A. It has everything you'd expect from a mini PC. Nice and fast everything like Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, and pretty much all the holes you could want. This will be fine for most people, although I'd personally prefer a few more USB-A holes and maybe a USB-C hole around back. In terms of noise, I'm going to give this a C. It's not crazy loud all the time, but when things heat up, the fan does this annoying thing where it kicks on and off in quick succession. So it has this distracting sound of almost like an engine revving or something. For the system, this is an A+. Absolutely nothing extra installed, no bloatware, no viruses, it boots in just a few seconds, zero complaints from me. I'll call this next section performance, and I'll give this a B+. I think the Core 7 version will outperform it, and obviously we gotta save our A+ for the super high-end stuff like the Core 9, if we get that. But it's amazing that we get performance like this at the Core 5 level, in a mini PC. And you will have a great experience using this for anything from Photoshop to video editing or whatever the other desktop stuff that you want to do. As for gaming, I'm going to give this a B. You can absolutely use it to game, including AAA games, but you'll be running at 1080p with upscaling and still only get around 30 to 50 FPS in most newer games with modest settings. And last up, we have value. This is $999. At that price, well, I guess it depends what you want it for. If you want a sleek, sexy little mini PC for your day-to-day computering and you want something powerful and efficient with a bit of light gaming on the side, then this will definitely work for you. I'm gonna give this a B here. There's room to improve. I wish it had at least a 1TB SSD at this price, and maybe a little better gaming performance considering the price, but I can see someone spending this and being happy with it, so I don't want to be too harsh. Which gives it an overall grade of B+. It's a great machine in lots of ways, competent at gaming, really nice looking, but a bit on the pricey side. If you want to pick one up, I'll include a link to where you can buy this in the description below.
A B+, you say? How underwhelming. I guess settling for pretty good is an option, but I was secretly hoping for a little more.
Maybe you need to lower your standards?
Maybe you can teach me how. It's obviously working great for you.
Ah, thanks, buddy.
That was, oh, never mind. You're welcome.
And that brings us to the end. Thanks for watching and stuff. If you like this video, then check out this video, my review of the GMK Tech Nookbox K6. That's a more gaming-focused mini PC if you're into that sort of thing. There's a link on the screen now and down in the description below. And that's it from me for today. I'm TechDweeb. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.